Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. If you are new to the channel, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, and co-host, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live once again from our cabin here on the NCL Aqua. This is cabin 12182. And out there is the very, very unhappy balcony camera.
That poor camera.
It's just, I don't know if it's the wind. I don't know if it's the camera, because the winds have picked up yet again.
They have. That thing is just bobbing.
Yeah, it's just not happy. I don't know what we're going to be able to do about that. So anyway, we want to thank you all for being with us, and we're going to be with you for the next hour or so, talking about all things NCL Aqua and a few other fun things coming up. We promised a little bit of dining, I think, in the thumbnail. So
yeah, we did.
We're going to show you our Teppanyaki experience.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get to that. So just housekeeping notes. Right. One, if you have any questions about the NCL Aqua, please do us a huge favor. Leave them in the chat. Well, there's no better time to get answers than right now, because we are here. We can get you the answers. If we don't already know them, we will get them tomorrow and then bring them into tomorrow night's show live. There's that. Two, if you want to see any of the food, menus, guides, all that stuff, we post those in our group and on Facebook. All right, so just go to Facebook, look up Tall Man's Cruise Adventures, and you will find our group. It's a private group, so you're going to have to answer two questions. One, what was your first cruise? And two, adhering to the group rules, which is essentially being nice and no spamming, okay?
And if you've never been on a cruise before, I think today's word should be Bob.
Bob?
Yeah.
Bob?
The camera's bobbing up and down.
Pal.
Pal.
Come on, pal.
Poor pal. Yeah.
Let's see. Number 3, we'll talk about it into some more detail later, but we are giving away a cruise ship, guys. There's information at least a little bit right there. I know it says Ask Cal, but we'll talk about it in a little bit. But we are giving away a cruise ship. We are going to be doing it live in the next week and a half or 2 weeks, sometime between the 12th and the 19th. So definitely make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss our live shows, because it will be given away to somebody literally watching one of our live shows, okay? And a thumbs up wouldn't hurt either, so we appreciate that. Okay, so I think that's it for the cliff notes or the housekeeping notes. Are we ready to start, talking about dinner, tall man style?
We can certainly do that.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Filming Tom and Style.
All right, so basically we're now up here in the top corner, and we had Teppanyaki on our very first night here on the ship. There are 18 Teppanyaki tables on this cruise
There's
ship.
a ton of tables.
That is more than most land-based restaurants have.
It is.
Never mind cruise ships.
Yeah.
Most cruise ships have 4, maybe 18. So if you're into Teppanyaki, boy, do they have room for you here.
Yes.
Speaking of which, let's say hello to everybody too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hello, Patricia. Filet mignon night? No, it was not filet mignon night.
We did have steak and chicken though. Teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki. You're going to get to watch the steak and chicken here in just a minute. Thank you for the thumbs up. Desiree, hello to you. Macrina, happy Friday to you and everybody else. TGIF. Olga, Kevin and Olga here as promised. Hey guys, good to see you.
Hi.
You guys have a ton of questions. We love that.
Yes.
Yep. Gina, hello to you. Irene, I resent that remark. She said hello, ladies.
Oh. Oh.
And TMC. Hello, Carol. Welcome to you. Kathy, happy to be with us for another great live. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
Cookie for me. Yes. We found the big cookies.
They've
Did you guys see
been
that?
holding out on us.
Look at that.
Look at the size of those cookies.
I think they heard our last broadcast about their cookies, and
they must have.
they were a little upset, so they're like, we're going to show them.
These were up in the observation lounge. The last time we got there, the cookies were like this.
And not very good.
And not good. These are good.
Great. Yeah, we've already had one.
Yeah, they've been holding out on us.
We got a half a dozen more to eat. We rated them. We were getting dirty looks.
Well, no, we weren't getting. Well, maybe by the passengers, but
yeah.
No, they were putting everything away. It was the end of service, and they were taking them away. So we grabbed a bunch.
So right now, by the way, we'll give you the play-by-play. He's just going over the menu to make sure everything was right. So. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mama Tall Man says better late than ever. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Mike Anderson. Hello to you. Irene's got to go. Okay. All right. Well, good to see you.
Yeah. Have a
You'll
good
catch the replay.
Yeah.
Olga's like, love you both. Well, thank you very much. We love you both too.
Yes.
Make sure you come with us on the group cruise and we can hang out. We get a group cruise.
Yeah.
I know you guys know that because you watch the replays. Group cruise. Send me an email. Sorry.
We're going to have lots of fun.
Hi, friends. We enjoy so much your content. We have no idea how much we love to see what is coming for us April 26th. I know it's right around the corner.
It is.
It's like, 22 days from now.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on the ship pretty quick.
Yeah.
Macrina says, yes, 18 is huge.
It is. Hi, by the way. I don't think I said hello.
Hello. Oh, you're Venezuelan? Well, welcome to Venezuela. Good evening, Elaine. It is Friday, not Tuesday. I'm so sorry. Patricia's fasting tonight. Blood work tomorrow. Enjoy my cookie.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of singing that goes on in Teppanyaki on this ship. So he was just sort of playing a tune and singing a little bit. So very lighthearted, very fun. They get the table singing. Everybody was, interjecting the words where they need to be. So
yeah, it just kind of opens up conversation between everybody. It just makes it a much more enjoyable experience.
Yep, absolutely. So he's getting all the veggies going here.
Oh yes.
So yeah, I wish we could eat there every night. I probably would eat there. You know what? Maybe not every night, but probably
eat there
like
at least twice a week, maybe 3 times a week.
I was about to say 3 times on this cruise.
Oh yeah, we would. We, like Robert said,
Excuse me.
when we talked about it to begin with, we used to have a Teppanyaki restaurant that was 5 minutes from our house, and we were there. I know, we were there at least 3 times a week.
At least.
Yeah.
We love that place.
Yeah. It was, a family owned. It wasn't, one of the big chains. And our daughter, they watched her, from the time she was born and grew up, and they used to pull her in the kitchen and let her make sushi.
It got to the point where we just didn't order. They just cooked food for us. Because we get the same thing every night.
Yeah.
Every time we went there. So anyway, so hopefully everybody had a good Friday, and the weather is not too bad where you are. We're going to talk a little bit about our day while we're watching this gentleman here, our chef. His name was Alex, by the way. Very good. It was another interesting day. The sun was out most of the day, not all of the day, but we'll take that. The winds, however, were back up again. The winds were blowing pretty hard. We just cannot seem to escape the winds.
No.
And so it made being on the outside decks uncomfortable, yet people were braving it. I think people are getting tired of hanging inside.
I think so, yeah.
So they were braving it a little bit more than past days. And I don't know why and how, but they fired up the Aqua coaster today.
They did.
And so there were several people that we spoke to that went on it that absolutely had a blast. But it wasn't open all day.
No.
But it was open
A brief time.
A brief time.
Yeah.
And what I found amazing, and this is why I'm not 100% sure it's weather related, there was almost no wind yesterday.
And it was closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was open today.
Yeah.
So.
Well, not for nothing, but we actually had seen them doing some work.
Yes.
On the coaster. So I really don't think the weather had anything to do with that, the coaster itself.
Oh, put some scallions in there.
Oh, yeah.
He watched this. I think this next one is like just a pile of garlic.
You're right.
He's going
Look
to
at
saute
all
it. Look at all that
that.
garlic. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm hungry again already.
Me too.
We just had dinner.
I know.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that garlic smelled so good.
So mostly in the end, we took the day off. We really did nothing.
Yeah.
We didn't really try to go look for anything to do. We just kind of were here.
Yeah.
Right? And I know it sounds weird, but we'd go out and we'd walk around a little bit, we'd sit down a little bit, and we skipped lunch again today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we just tend to skip lunch, but we're like, let's take a nap. It was like noontime. All right, let's take a nap. So we slept until about 2:30 or something. So just a couple hours. I've been editing and getting things going, and so we just did a little of that, and just sort of more of a cabin day.
Yeah.
And it's not because the weather was like horrible bad. There were worse days than this.
Thank you.
Thank you for the thumbs up. But we're day 8 now, and we need a decompression day.
Yeah.
Right? Going.
So we just kind of did nothing.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Which is why we decided to share Teppanyaki tonight instead of the editing that I was doing. We still have the spa and the kids areas to show you, as well as the studio lounge. I have video of that, but I didn't want to edit. It's weird. I didn't want to edit anything NCL Aqua today. I just take a break, right? So that's why we're watching Teppanyaki tonight. Because last night, a lot of you said, yes, let's watch it. We want to see Teppanyaki and what they do and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, great. There it is. So again, thank you for the thumbs up.
Yes, thank you very much.
There you go.
Wait till you guys see the portions of food that we get.
Fortunately, the camera is not going to really show it, I don't think.
No,
much.
but I seem to remember, didn't you pull your plate in front of the camera a couple of times?
At one point with the meat on there.
I'm pretty sure you did with the meat. I don't think you did with anything else, but you definitely did with the meat.
Patricia's like, I want one of those flat tops at home.
We do too.
Patricia, I've been threatening for 25 years. To put one of those in my house. In fact, we're getting rid of the dining room table.
We are.
And we're going to install that.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
We would love that.
We've talked about that many times. One day.
Uncle's like, you're both so sweet. We go to bed before 9. We won't win the ship. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, it's past 9 now.
It is. And, when we give away the ship, we talked about we have our prepared content, the videos that we show, then we do our question and answer things, and we talked about doing the giveaway right after we do the video. So you might be able to stay up a little late
on the day that we do it. It'll be somewhere around 9:30 to 9:45, somewhere in that time.
Yeah.
Mike wanted to know how many were at the table with us. There was just 6. No, seven. The 2 of us. The lady at the end was by herself, and then there was 4
on the side.
Yeah, who were all there together.
Yes.
So total of 7.
Yeah.
This particular table. This was like the first seating. It was like 5:30.
It was.
And so it had just opened.
And there was only, I think, one other table that had people in it at the time.
Yep. So McCrean was like, I love Teppanyaki background. New idea for lives. Balcony cam and Teppanyaki. Balcony cam, it's probably out there dancing a jig right now.
It probably is.
Let me see. Let me scroll and see if I can see it. No, it looks like it's pretty steady.
Yeah.
Mm.
During our countdown before the show, it was bouncing and shaking, and it was going nuts out there. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Poor camera.
Patricia says she loves doing presentation with her food. Need to play with it a little bit. Yeah, no, I like making things look nice too. I used to make this rice with this teriyaki chicken round and some green beans in the middle, and it's all good stuff. So the teppanyaki dinner, by the way, if you haven't purchased the More at Sea package and you just want to go to Teppanyaki, $60 per person.
It is.
It is a little bit on the high side compared to some of the other ships. Okay. And I don't know if you saw what he did, but he didn't cut any of the vegetables. He basically just stacked them up. Then he cut it in half. Then he served it like that.
Yes.
So, sorry. that was, Mike wants to know what was he serving now. Those were the vegetables. So it was squash, zucchini, onion, carrot. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. And so he, like Robert said, he put them in a stack and then cut them in half and then served them that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you see, people are dipping in the sauces. We've got, I don't think it was ginger sauce. It was a white sauce in a different kind of sauce. It wasn't the typical sort of ginger sauce you might get.
No, it was very good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Usually I only eat the white sauce, but this time I was eating both of the sauces.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, he's got some great tricks with these eggs too.
He's singing again.
Yeah. An awful lot of singing.
Patricia's like, but you get dinner and a show with this.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the dinner, yes, Macrina, thank you for reminding us. So the dinner started off with a miso soup and a salad, which I think that had a little bit of the ginger dressing on it.
It was a seaweed salad, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So it started off with that. And then pretty much just as you're finishing up with the soup and salad, Alex shows up to begin his process.
Do you remember his little joke about where he's from?
No.
He said he was from, he's half Japanese, half Filipino. They called him a jalapeno.
A jalapeno. A jalapeno?
He said jala.
Oh, he missed one of the eggs.
Yeah.
He is human after all.
Yes. Yes. But as we well know, it is not as easy as it looks.
It's all about the spinning of the egg. You have to spin
Yeah.
it. Oh, yeah. Caught it behind his back and then threw it back up again.
Yep.
In the end, I think he ended up cracking, used a total of like 8 eggs. There was
6 or 8. There
was a lot of eggs in there.
Yeah.
I think it was 8 because it was one more than the people at the table.
Was it?
Which I thought was strange. I thought at first he was going to be cracking 1 per person. But in the end, I think he ended up cracking 8. There was only 7 of us there. So far we're 3. That one sort of fell like during his stuff. So there's 3 there. There's 3 on the side. So maybe it was just 6. I don't know.
I thought it was 6.
Well, he's already got 3. We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're talking about $5 a dozen. Be careful.
I know.
I would have dropped my egg on the first juggle. I have.
Yeah, you should share your experience.
I will here in a minute. My son never eats the soup and salad, so I'm almost full after eating both of them. All right, so we got 4 eggs cracked so far. $3.19 with the senior discount for them eggs. There's 5. There's 6. Are we just getting 6 or are we getting a couple more? There's 7.
Okay. I didn't see those extra 2. I saw the 6 that he had on the
There's
the cooktop.
8.
Yes.
And the winner is the tall man.
Thank you.
Anyway, so yeah, so he just flattens it out there a little bit. He does some really neat things with the eggs, which you're going to see here in just a minute.
Yeah, he does.
Patricia's like, I need to shop where you do, Bev. $3.99 a dozen today at Aldi's.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, before our cruise, I think they were still, $5.97 at Aldi.
Look, man, they're buying 12,000 eggs at a time. They're not paying $5 a dozen, I promise you.
They probably have their own chicken farms.
Probably. I mean, just think about this, guys, from a food standpoint, from a cruise line like NCL or any of the big ones, really, any of them, whether it's MSC or Royal or Carnival or, they've got 20 plus ships.
Yeah.
And they're all sailing every day or weekly, right? Some of them are 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, whatever. They're all sailing. Imagine all this food times however many ships they have. Trust me, they're getting a pretty good deal on food.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Watch what he does with this egg. You saw he rolled it all up. He turned it into a little dragon.
There you go, Mama
Thank
Tall
you.
Man. Dragon? I don't know if that's a dragon. Is that a dragon?
I was being nice.
Yeah, I don't think that's a dragon. Scrambled soft? No, those are scrambled hard, thank you. So speaking of which, we had breakfast today. Where did we have breakfast?
At the buffet.
At the buffet. We decided to just go up and have continental.
Yeah.
And which I think we spoke about last night. And when we got up there was like nobody. It was towards the end of breakfast to begin with. And it was still packed, but it was still towards the end of breakfast. But there was no one in the omelet line.
So guess who got omelets?
So Lisa got in there. So we both had ham, cheese, and tomato. I think they were.
Ham, cheese, and tomato.
And
they were pretty good.
The omelets were pretty good. Yeah.
So we had our first breakfast that we enjoyed today.
Mama Tall Man's like, I'm turning it off. So y'all know, Mama, she's got a phobia for snakes. Y'all be nice to Mama Tall Man when it comes to snakes. Only I can tease her. And maybe Blake.
Even Blake knows. He's like, I have to hide this when Grammy comes over.
Oh, yeah. Kevin proposed on the NCL Spirit back in 2016. Yeah.
Nice. I love that. Yeah.
That's awesome. You go, Kevin.
Right?
I proposed to Lisa from Hawaii when she was in Florida.
He sent me on the scavenger hunt.
And I did it through a scavenger hunt. But before I had picked up a last minute event, literally in Hawaii. We're going to be there for 3 weeks, and it ruined all my plans, everything that I had, Anyway, so I'm like, I gotta do this, right? So I created the scavenger hunt and hid the clues all around. At that time, we had an apartment. And she still had no idea.
No clue.
So I called her. I said, okay, I have something for you. And I told her the first clue. I says, call me when you get to the last one.
Hours went by. I was so mad. He called me up.
I was like, are you going to call me back or what?
And I'm like, I'm still looking.
I didn't think it was going to take her that long, for Pete's sake. I didn't think I did that good of a job.
You did some of them really well.
Yeah. Yeah, we are prepared, by the way, for a scavenger hunt on the Grib Cruise. Y'all are in trouble. I'm telling you.
I'm still looking.
Y'all are going to be looking for years for all the stuff that I've gotten for us on the horizon. Well, anyways, you see he's making the fried rice. That garlic he put in there, and I mean, it was fantastic.
So good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
A little more Japanese Coca-Cola, as they always say.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he didn't say it.
He didn't.
He didn't.
No.
Yeah. Or Pepsi, whatever. So, by the way, Mama told me, it's like, enough.
Sorry, Mama Tall Man.
Tall man on the naughty step. Mama Tall Man says no. I know, right? Fun scavengering. Yep, that is definitely going to be one of the activities.
Yeah.
We spent some time walking around the ship when we were on there, finding some really nice things for you guys. Good luck. We may have to give you the entire cruise to find everything. What do we like? We documented like 30 or 40 different things.
30 or 40 different
and then we're going to
things.
pick, I don't know, 20 or 25 of them or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Also, we did pick our excursion for Bonaire. And again, I know we're on here, but we are going to have a group cruise soon. And if you guys, anybody's new, want to know information about the group cruise, you can email me. We'll play a teaser, if you will, and some more information about the group cruise when this is done. But a lot of people watching right now are loyal members of the Tall Man Clan, been here for a long time, that are already booked into the group cruise and have been asking us to please pick the excursion. So we did. It's not going to be through Carnival. It'll be through a private provider. I sent them an email today. And so once we have more details, we will post it up in the Facebook group, but in the group chat part of that, of how you will actually make your reservations. I don't know what is going to end up being the easiest part of that. So once we figure it out, we'll let you know. But it has been picked. It's going to be a highlight. It's like a 3+ hour tour going through Bonaire, some highlights and a museum and a few other things. And it ends with a potential beach drop off if you want. If you don't, then
optional.
It's optional. It'll take you back to the ship. If you want the beach drop off, the beach is $10 per person to get into the beach because it's a private thing. So, but we thought it looked like really good excursion, and it's like $59.
Yeah.
So
or $69 if you want to do the beach.
Yeah. So it's not like $6 gajillion. So
yeah.
Anyway, if my son comes, we'll put our horizon brains together. Okay, you do that. We may have to handicap you two by a half an hour since you've been on the horizon like 5 times or something. Hey, Mocha, how are you? Hey, guys. You all really have made me look forward to the May cruise. Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
That's why we do this, to get you guys all excited, right?
That and so you know your way around, so you're not having to waste time running back and forth. You already know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the interesting things I found about this, and we talked it through some of the deck tours, there are no deck plans anywhere.
No.
But they have those digital boards everywhere. You just walk up, and it says on it, deck plans, and it'll pull up the deck plan where you're at. The app does have deck plans in there.
It does.
That's working.
Yes.
Right? But we found really within a day, we got our directions all settled, and I haven't gone the wrong way once. I think
I've gone the wrong way a few times, but I quickly realized. You walk around the corner and you're like, that doesn't look right. And turn around and go the other way. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yes. Macrina, I can't 100% guarantee it'll be private. It depends on if all of the people on the group cruise go on that. I'm guessing at that point it would be private because it would be enough to fill up the little mini buses or whatever. But I've sent an email to the excursion company and okay, how do you want to set this up? Kind of an email. So once I have those details, we'll let you know. And that's why we picked the one also that had an optional beach at the end for those who wanted to spend a couple more hours off the ship, because we're in port that day from like 8 a.m. until 10 p.m.
Yeah,
it is
a long day.
A really long day. And so what a great day to get off the ship and go take a look at Bonaire, learn a little bit about the culture there, and then maybe finish at the beach.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a beach person, so back to the ship. Okay. I'm in between. It'll be one of probably those.
He'll probably go back. I'll probably stay.
Yeah. It'll be one of those last minute calls for me.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure I have enough cash to give her. Olga wants to know, how was Cagney's in Palomar? We have not eaten at Cagney's yet. Cagney's will be on our last night of the ship. And we do not have reservations at all for Palomar.
No.
We had 3 meal credits. So Teppanyaki we did. We did
Onda's.
Onda's, the Italian restaurant. And then Cagney's will come up here at the end. And of course, we'll let you know how that is once we do it.
As far as
$59.
Palomar goes, I haven't spoken with anyone who's had Palomar on this ship, but I did speak with a couple who've had it on another ship, and they said it was amazing.
By the way, what he's doing now is the lady there at the end. We've obviously put us over the people's faces, so just trying to be polite. But she ordered a vegetarian dish, so he is cooking up her dish right now, so it doesn't get mixed with anything else. So that's what Chef Alex is taking care of right now. By the way, I don't know if you saw that, but Olga said you're so sweet.
Aww,
Or you're the sweetest.
Thank you.
No
Thank you
worries
so
about
much.
the tour. Okay, awesome. In the spa, is there an elevator versus stairs to get down to the thermal spa? That is a great question, Mocha. I don't 100% know, but I'm going to go with a yes. We will confirm for you and let you know tomorrow because there are treatment rooms, if I remember correctly, down there. So there has to be a way to access it via an elevator of some kind.
I will say I have never been to a spa that has more than one level that did not have an elevator, but we will verify.
So that's a 99.9% sure yes, but we're gonna leave that 0.1 off until tomorrow, and we'll let you 100% know. Okay. Will they take you back to the ship from the beach? Also, I'm gonna ask that question, Mama Tallman. I don't know. There was no description about that. So it may be $10 for the beach and then another $10 to get back to the ship. I don't know.
And that's another reason for the email to the tour provider.
We're going to get all that stuff down so everybody knows what they're getting into.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I think it's almost time for the chicken.
Ooh.
No, I think he's going to bring the rice over and do the rice first because we started off with rice.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think you're right. So there's
how
many
thank you for the
chickens there?
thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So there's
Oh, he's putting the
5.
steak on there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 chicken breasts. And there's 1, 2. He'll line them up here so we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now
we knew that was a lot of food.
Now, mind you, there's only 7 of us at the table. And the lady at the end, again, I'm pretty sure she got the vegetarian. So there's only 6 of us eating some sort of meat.
Yeah.
Look at all of that meat, both chicken and steak.
You.
Thank you so much.
We could not believe how much food was on our plate. We really couldn't. I mean, so much food.
Teppanyaki is always generous when it comes to food, but this was ridiculous. Especially since you can't take it with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, in a land-based restaurant, we would have definitely taken that home, and we would have at least gotten, another meal or two out of it.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
What
garlic butter?
What we had talked about before is when you get the combos, like the chicken and steak, like all of us got chicken and steak. Typically, you get half portions, a half portion of steak and a half portion of chicken, but we got the whole portion of each.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy amount of food.
A lot of food.
Yep. Olga is going to be turning 53 on the Aqua, so she's having a birthday.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Good Lord. Lots of applause for the Olgas.
Yes.
And she's bringing 30 ducks to hide.
Oh,
Yep.
Fun.
30 ducks to hide.
I haven't personally found one, but I haven't been looking, but I've seen several people that found some, so.
I found 2, but I just left them alone.
Did you?
Yeah.
I know you told me about the one in the puzzle box.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, just stuck inside the puzzle box.
Yeah. We used to, when we would find them, we would bring them home to Blake, but I think Blake is over the ducks now, so yeah, probably we'll be leaving them from now on.
Yep. Let's see here. Macrina says, I couldn't even finish half of the steak, let alone the chicken. That would be 4 meals. Oh, I know.
Easily. It was so much food.
You can see you get a full spatula, and then he puts more on there.
Plus the whole thing of rice. No, I was thinking we had gotten the rice beforehand.
He already served the rice, and we missed it.
Oh, and this is the seconds. Anybody want more rice?
Yeah, that's my second bowl of rice. Look how much rice is still there.
Yeah.
And again, I already had 2. I mean, I ended up eating 2 full bowls of rice. It's crazy.
A bowl and a half.
Yeah.
That's my half of a bowl.
Yeah.
Man.
and about a gallon of yum yum sauce.
Easily.
Patricia's like Amazon shopping for a grill.
Yes.
So, look at that. It's a huge spatula.
Right?
There's Lisa's. And a little more for Lisa.
And then the rest is yours, I believe.
And a little more for Lisa.
That is a lot of meat. Thank you.
Thank you for the thumbs up, buddy.
Yes, thank you.
Guys. I had asked for mine to be teriyaki, so even though I wanted mine medium rare, and mine was on the grill the longest, but it was okay. It was a little bit overcooked for my standards, but it still tasted so good. Yeah, there you go.
Look
It's
at
an
that.
entire plate.
That is just the steak. That's not even the chicken hasn't come yet. So much food.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Macrina's like, that's why it's $60. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably so.
It looks delicious.
It really was good.
Though I will say, they pre-seasoned the steaks. Was 5% peppery.
Yeah, it was.
It was a little on the.
It wasn't like oh my gosh, this is way too peppery, I can't eat it. But it was definitely like, wow, they put a lot of pepper in there.
Yeah. No, it was seasoned. I would say perfect. But if you don't like pepper, make sure you say something to them because it was already pre-seasoned that way with salt and pepper. But you could taste the pepper.
Yeah.
In the best of ways, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to make sure I said that. Olga's clapping. Nice. That looks delicious. Yes, I can't remember if I put that up there. It was absolutely crazy.
It is
so
good.
Milka wants to know, will you both be eating at Indulge again? Yes, tomorrow for lunch.
Yes.
We're not skipping lunch tomorrow. We are going to lunch. Yeah, we're going to go. So we've already done dinner there.
Yes.
We've done lunch. We have not done breakfast yet, but we've thrown our heads off with breakfast. We're just not, even today, and why we're watching Alex do the chicken. Many of you folks watching have been on cruises before, right? In different lines. I know a lot of people sail one certain line, but we sail on a lot of different cruise lines. And the breakfast buffets, for the most part, on all the cruise lines are very similar. Some foods are cooked better than others, but like, Danish, you'll have, a cheese Danish, you'll have a raspberry Danish, you'll have an apple Danish, you'll have a couple types of donuts. I mean, there's a lot of things other than just hot food.
Mm-hmm.
This ship does not have that variety.
No, not a whole lot.
No, they had a cinnamon roll. They had a chocolate croissant. Each day, it seems like they do a different kind of Danish. Today was
a
coconut.
Yeah. Yesterday was a cream, like a Bavarian cream.
Yep. No donuts, no muffins.
No. They did have two kinds of cinnamon rolls, though. They had just
A
more
normal one and a hot one.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. The ones that I was eating?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those were the hot ones.
Okay. All I know is that the icing on one of them looked more like a glaze, and the other one was
Look at that.
definitely a white icing. Look at
the whole plate.
That's meat. Yeah.
It's meat and chicken. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
Green's like, wow, NCL does ducks? Nice. Well, it's not that NCL does ducks. It's the passengers that do the ducks. And he's giving me more. He just gave me more. He just gave where am I going to put this all? Next time we go, we're going to bring Ziploc bags. Just here, put it in the bag. We're taking it with us.
Right, man.
Oh. Macrina's like, that's why I cruise with my garbage cans. Son, remember 18-ounce Skyboard steak? Eats his 12-ounce and then the rest of yours. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
What's the deck tomorrow? Olga, we've actually done all the decks already.
Mm-hmm.
So they've already been fully covered, but we have not shown the spa. We have not shown the kids area, and we have not shown the studio lounge. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We had intended to do that today, but as we said at the beginning of the show, we took the day off.
We did.
We deserve a day off. He's now cooking shrimp. By the way, somebody else, they had shrimp. So he's now cooking the shrimp. Macrina's like, oh my God, I'm stuffed just watching. Right? I'm not. I'm starving.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back to the local after this. Yeah.
I mean, I love the food, but I'm getting tired of that.
The chicken wings?
Yeah. I guess it's hamburger tonight. I don't know. Anyway,
Maybe.
was surprised to see how many new stoves come with a grill now.
Oh, really?
She's talking about like
Yeah.
at home with the
Yeah.
little griddle, like
Yeah.
2 burners and a griddle.
I guess I haven't been looking around for stoves. I haven't noticed that.
Charles is like, hey, it's the ultimate snack time. I know, right?
Yeah.
Got me a chocolate croissant.
Ooh, yum.
Thank you, guys. Milka wants to know. I want to know what that bacon actually is. It's absolutely not any bacon I've ever seen.
No.
Even my boyfriend thought it was strange. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry. Because he's from Australia, and even he said it's the same as English.
As the English bacon,
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I don't know what it is. I mean, some people have said maybe it's turkey bacon, but I've had turkey bacon before and it was good. And this, I don't know what this is. But again, I do feel like once the ship is back docked in the States, that we're going to have, American bacon.
Yep.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, let's get out the menu for tonight.
Okay.
We were back in Hudson's, the main dining room, for dinner tonight. He's asking, does anybody else want any more rice? That's the only time in my life anywhere at any Teppanyaki restaurant where he had to take all that rice away with him.
He did. No, we couldn't eat it.
No.
I would have loved to have, like you said, if we would have been home, I would have definitely taken that whole thing.
I don't know if you saw.
That was the best fried rice I've ever had.
I don't know if you saw what he just did. He threw the lemon behind his back and caught it with his tongue, his fork, whatever.
Right.
And anyway,
nice.
Anyway, so appetizers tonight in the main dining room, which again, these menus will all be posted in our Facebook group. If you're joining us late, we do have a Facebook group. It is right there. It is private. Please answer the 2 questions that'll let you in. It's just, what was your first cruise? And 1, adhering to the rules, which is no spamming and being nice. But we post all the pictures of the food we have, as well as all the menus and daily activities. All those things go down there. Okay, a menu for tonight in the main dining room. Vegetable tempura rice roll. Me.
It looked really good.
Bruschetta, we've already had that, so I didn't have it again. Cheese ravioli, creamy spinach soup, French onion soup, mixed garden salad, Caesar salad. All right, that was it for the appetizers. For the mains, grilled tilapia, linguine with little neck clams, grilled pineapple chicken, Hungarian beef goulash, and grilled vegetables with Moroccan spices for the vegetarian dish. For desserts, milk chocolate mousse, strawberry shortcake, the fresh fruits, and the ice creams in the sorbet. So there you go. That was your dinner offerings this evening in the main dining.
And the grilled chicken and pineapple, it was kebabs. So it was a chunk of chicken and chunk of pineapple, chunk of chicken, chunk of pineapple. Pretty good.
Yep. So we don't know what that bacon is. Sorry.
No.
Desiree, ghetto, you guys are too. I hear you guys. Get that food. Oh, yeah. We're like, here, chef, put it in here.
You should have seen me with these cookies today, talking about getting food. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
We got a whole duck each time at Shebang, and if my son doesn't gnaw on the bones, he smuggles it out of the restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
And my garbage can son is 6'1", drink, and maybe 150 pounds on a heavy day. Well, Milka
He's
said
burning it off.
the fish and chips is one of the best meals at the local, or the fish sandwich. Can you actually ask the staff about the bacon? They might have an actual answer. You know what? We've done that before on other ships, and they don't know. They just cook what's given to them.
They're not the provisions department.
Correct. You literally have to find the provisions officer and say, "Hey, what kind of bacon did you get?" They would know. Everybody, they just cook what's there. So.
And finding the provisions officer is going to be very challenging.
Yeah.
So chances are we're not going to be able to get that information.
We had a leftover bowl of rice. Yeah, I had a little bit of rice left. I mean, I was like, okay, I'm eating the expensive stuff. the steak and the chicken.
That's what I did too, but I kind of regretted it because that rice was so good.
It really was great.
Yeah.
And she doesn't typically like fried rice, so.
Oh no, I do like fried rice. I like the Japanese fried rice. I
Yes,
don't like the
Chinese fried rice.
the
Yeah.
Chinese fried rice.
This was some of the best.
This was the best fried rice.
Oh, they're pouring me some more something or other.
Had to be more white sauce.
No, that came in a cup. That was either water or lemonade.
It was, yeah.
I think it was water.
Probably water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's really it. He's just cleaning up there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really a fantastic meal.
It really was.
I didn't start the video, until the chef was there.
Uh-huh.
Not too much to see with soup and salad, but
No. But yeah, that was really, really good.
I like the fact that at least in this particular ship, they have so many tables. One thing I don't know if you really noticed, and it was hard, but when he steps back, and I don't know if they're doing it right now, there were other chefs back there at the very far table. Yeah, there's nobody back there now. They were down there practicing.
Yes.
They were. I'm going to call them chef in training because they were practicing juggling and things.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of interesting where I was sitting. I can watch the chef, but I was also watching them on the far side practice and learning the tricks and things. So it's kind of cool. So let's see here. So we talked about dinner. We have some questions that we're going to get answered. Is this the alcoholic beverages that we're starting?
Starting with Chris with the head chef. Chris is not here, though.
If you're hiding in the background, the head chef, he's from Greece.
Yes.
So none of what you had guessed. But he's from Greece.
He is from Greece.
Kathy Harvey wanted to know what alcoholic beverages were in the studio lounge. Again, as I mentioned, we can't get back in there because it's key protected. But we did get in there to video before the doors got shut. And I went back and I moved by that area just slow enough so I could get a couple of things. There are 6 taps. I was able to see what's on 4 of them. There's a Chardonnay, there's a Rosé, there's an IPA, and a Stella Artois. We just could not make out what the other 2 were. So at least we got those for you. Sorry about that. Kathy Harvey also wanted to know, is the champagne free with the More at Sea package? The answer is yes, but by the glass. Okay. Does Vibe Beach Club offer food service? This was for Mike Anderson, Florida. They have a snack menu, but it is not free. That just makes no sense to me. That whole Vibe Beach Club thing, I think, is just a crock of I call it like it is, guys. If you're new to the channel, I don't have a filter at all. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and which is why I have the bleep button, just in case.
What surprised me about the Vibe Beach Club is that if you're in the Haven, you've paid an awful lot of money to be in the Haven, but that doesn't give you access to the Vibe.
No.
You still have to pay for that additionally.
Yeah.
And
on top of that, now you got to pay for food if you want it.
Now you got to pay for a snack if you want food service in there.
Well, that's a big steamy heap of is what that is.
Yeah.
Wow. She gets the answers during the day, not me. So this is literally the first time I'm seeing that. That's a crock of crap.
Yeah.
And especially for the
Filming Tom and Style.
Well, I guess our video's over.
Yep. Dinner's done. Dinner's done.
I didn't expect that.
We're back with balcony cam. Yeah, look, entry level into the Haven is it's fairly close to 10 grand.
It is.
I think
it's
if you can find a good deal, you're probably around 8 for a Haven cabin, and to not have access
to the
vibe as a Haven. Yes, I know you have your own little sun deck, little area up top there, and maybe that's their rationale behind it. Now, of course, we're not the Haven, so I don't know how big that area is. So I don't know. But the Vibe Beach Club, that area is gigantic.
It's pretty big.
It's very, very spacious.
Yeah.
Of course, on this cruise, it doesn't seem to be many people back there at all because it's so bloody cold. But I don't know. It just makes no sense to me that charge $269 to be back there per person and then have to pay if you want to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Sorry. Like I said, no filter. I apologize. At least have the bleep so I don't offend all the little ears out there. Macrina says, yes, we eat the expensive stuff too. We eat too much like DMC, right?
Yes.
Well, again, rice is sort of a filler.
It is.
And rice isn't necessarily cheap, but it's the least expensive part of the menu, if you will. But it's also very, very filling.
It is.
So when you eat a lot of rice, you
don't have room for the steak and the chicken.
which is the most expensive part of the meal. So, and of course, they serve the rice first.
They do.
And in a most land-based teppanyaki restaurants, you get the noodles,
yes,
which is by far my favorite part, because I just take the white sauce and I just ask the guy, can you just give me the container, and I just ladle the stuff onto my plate. It's like, oh yeah,
he does. He is not kidding.
And sometimes if I'm like really hungry, I'll get like an extra side order of the noodles.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I'm so damn hungry now. Did they give you a bento box of desserts? No, you had your choice of desserts. It was either a green tea cake or
fruit sashimi.
Yes, fruit. And so she got
sliced fruit.
She got the cake.
No,
you got the fruit. I got the cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
They actually gave you both because you couldn't make up your mind.
You're welcome. Oh, there's the camera. Come on, come back.
Oh yeah.
Come back. Like, bet your ass back up there. There you go. That camera. Stay. Okay. We may have to go back to full screen and
we might have to. We're trying our best. For those of you who don't know, our camera, it's caked in salt, and the other day with the wind, it literally started spinning around.
Yeah,
it's not happy.
So the way this ship is constructed, a little bit different than some of the newer ships these days. The outside balconies, they are 100% susceptible to the elements, right? That deck 8 that you're looking at is really, let's call it outside the hull. It's not really. But if it's raining or it's misting or from the wind blowing the sea spray, all of the balconies are getting it. I mean, even the door on our balcony is covered in salt spray.
Water, yeah.
Okay. And so we actually have our camera out over the rail, as you can see, so you actually guys can see what's going on out there. And so there was a couple of nights, for those who've watched us every single night, that we were really rocking and rolling heavy, and winds were blowing 60 plus knots. And so the camera, it's what's called a pan tilt zoom camera. So it moves all the way around, goes up and down, and zooms in. Well, all that moisture and salt got inside the camera, and it's obviously doesn't like it.
No, it's not happy.
And so 2 days ago, it just started doing this. I ran out there and had to unplug it. So it's like,
we even brought it inside and set it down on the bed, and it's still doing this on the bed.
Yeah.
Unplugged. Well, no, it was still plugged in, but
we unplugged it after that.
We had to unplug it.
So,
yeah.
All right, so let's talk about our giveaway, and then let's have snack time.
Okay.
We're going to get off of that for just a second. Okay. So our giveaway. Right after this cruise, we have a few days off, and then on April 12th, we are getting on the MSC World America, which is another brand new ship. It's going to be its inaugural cruise, just like this was. So we're doing back-to-back inaugural cruises. On this one, though, we are celebrating it by giving away a cruise ship. And what we mean by that is we are having a Lego brick artist type person design us a 1 to 400 scale replica of the MSC World America. To give you an idea, I mean, it's actually
probably about that long.
Yeah, it's probably about that long.
Yeah,
about this tall, right? It's a good size. It's not tiny, not gigantic, but it's a good size. And so we're going to give away to someone watching us live. Now, just to give you some general reference, if you went to Lego's website right now, legos.com, look up the Titanic, you will see that ship, which I believe is going to be slightly smaller than this one. They list it for $660. And I believe this one's going to have more pieces. So we really feel the value of this is somewhere, if it was on Lego's website, would be somewhere around the $750 to $1,000 mark, right? So not an inexpensive gift. Now, besides that, no one sponsored this. Nobody gave us money. This isn't sponsored by MSE. It's not sponsored by Lego. It's sponsored by Robert and Lisa, Tall Man and Mrs. Knuckleman. Not that anybody calls her that. And so we're currently at this moment only having 2 made. One for me and one for one lucky winner. Now, how do you win? You simply win by being present live during the broadcast we're going to be doing from April 12th through the 19th. Every night we go on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Wi-Fi permitted, of course, and we'll be doing that on the World America. So on one of those shows, we are going to give that ship away to someone watching. So please, please, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, most importantly, just in case you forget. So it'll remind you, because you definitely don't want to miss this giveaway. And a thumbs up would be great too. We really appreciate that. Thumbs up too. Because it's free. It's free. We're giving it away free. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. It's all free. Just, of course, if you want to, part with a couple dollars, you could become part of our Patreon and help support the channel, which, helps us continue to do the things that we like to do. So thank you to all of our patrons. We appreciate you. I'm horrible at self-promotion. I really am. I'm trying to be better at that, but, thank you. Anyway, let's see. I'll go say, tell us how many hours you sleep. What is the best spot you've enjoyed? And Kevin wants to see a video.
Thank you.
And Kevin wants to see a video of the White Hot Party. Marzima, cruise director. We saw her on the Encore in 2023. It's funny.
I think they've already had the White Hot Party.
I know tonight they're actually going to try for the very first time in about 6 minutes
to do the glow party tonight.
No, that's already going on.
Is that going on?
It started at 10 o'clock our time, which is when we started broadcasting.
What? Yeah. Is that when we started?
Yeah. 9 o'clock Eastern, and it's 10 o'clock our time.
Gotcha.
Tomorrow, we're changing hours for the last time. We're all going to be on Eastern Standard Time starting tomorrow.
Yeah, the glow party's probably over. It's been going about an hour.
Yeah. So this was the first attempt at having an outdoor function. I don't know why they're still attempting it. It is so bloody windy on that pool deck. That is the windiest pool deck I've ever been on.
It is.
I really feel it's a design flaw in the ship, because for those who've been on a ship before, when it's moving, there's always some kind of wind.
Yeah, of course.
It's never completely calm when we're at sea, when we're moving. Even in the Caribbean, there's always some kind of wind. And even yesterday, when the winds were only blowing at 5 or 10 knots, it was still pretty darn breezy on that pool deck. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it is tonight. We've turned off the TV, and we didn't look before the stream, but it's probably blowing 30 to 40 again, if not 40 to 50.
Yeah.
Because you can literally, it's hard to see in balcony cam, but you can literally see the tops of the waves, the white caps, getting blown off by the wind. So,
yeah, so I'm about 99% sure that white party has already happened. And we did not go video any of the parties.
If it had happened, it happened inside, probably either in the Improv or in Sid Norman's.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they could have had it in the Aqua, because they could have pushed all the chairs back.
They could have.
We're going to look to see if it's already happened yet.
Oh, let's see.
Which also, on a side note, with the cruise director, this is what it sounds like every morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Marzima, your cruise director. Today, there's going to be many things that you can do here on the NCL Aqua. It's like this soft, sexy voice all the time with her. It's like, man.
The one thing that I don't like about the NCL app is that they only have the current day's activities. They do still give you papers, but if you want to go back and see what happened in the past, you got to go look at the papers. You can't pull it up on the app because it's only, and I can't see what's going on tomorrow on the app either because
it's not tomorrow yet.
It's not tomorrow yet.
But we should have tomorrow's in the door.
We should have it in the door. I don't have it here, but I want to see.
Well, she's looking. I'll keep on reading.
Okay, you keep reading.
Says, I've been doing NCL cruises since 2018. They have been changing food so much every time I cruise. I used to love the chicken wings. They fried them and then had a different sauce for them. I believe that's what they're doing now, because when Lisa gets them She gets them
I get 'em
plain,
plain.
if you will, but they've been fried or deep fried. But they're also seasoned, so they must be marinating them ahead of time.
I think so. Yes.
But then they offer different sauces. They have the buffalo sauce, the barbecue sauce, and like a sweet chili sauce. And you ask however you want them, and they bring them to you with the sauce already on it. I'm a buffalo or a barbecue guy. I've had the buffalo several times. They also had the potato patty instead of cut up potatoes or French fries. They now serve. The food was so good on the 2018 cruise and steadily got worse. I went on breakaway in September. Buffet was horrible. I'm not sure their buffet on this cruise is any better. It's not, in our opinion, from what you've seen. Olga says, "Did you like the cruise director? What do you think?" Yeah, it's been fine. We cruise directors are such an interesting thing because each cruise line's cruise directors operate slightly different, right? On this cruise, the sail away party, she didn't host the sail away party. It was the other dude, wasn't it?
Was
she
feel
there
like
too?
she was out there.
Lisa went to the sail away party, and I'm just trying to remember from the video.
Yeah, and I really didn't get names. So there was a gentleman and a lady, and I didn't get the names.
Yeah.
So it could have been her. I'm really not sure.
But no, she comes on a couple times a day, in the morning and in the afternoon, keeps everybody abreast of the stuff that's going on. And
the funny thing for me is because usually the cruise directors come on and, hey, it's good morning, and all this pep, and
it's peppy, it's exciting. But she's like,
just...
"Hi, I'm your cruise director. Today on the NCL Aqua, there's going to be a scavenger hunt. We're also going to have trivia. Make sure you're present for the trivia." And it's a very relaxed, sort of sexy voice.
It is.
And which it seems to be par for the course for this cruise because there just doesn't seem to be a lot of energy.
No. I tend to agree with that statement.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's energy when you're in Sid Norman's when the band is playing. Those guys are phenomenal.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
But generally speaking, there's this, it's a very low key.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we like what she's doing. Not a problem. So, we did actually get to see Elements tonight.
Oh yeah.
And again, strike three, but not in a bad way.
Not strike.
Fantastic. In an amazing way. These guys, in my opinion, have hit a grand slam. Three times.
I know. And that never happens.
Again, if you've paid attention to our channel, you know I come from an entertainment background. I am the last person you want to really ask about what you think about the entertainment because I'm going to shred it.
He is a tough critic because he's in the industry. He knows, what things should look like. And, oh, yeah, he's a tough critic.
So, in the end, the best description I could give, this is it's like a magic show, right? Illusions, but done a la Cirque du Soleil.
Mm-hmm.
The audio, the lighting, the special effects, just absolutely amazing. Just really, truly amazing. If you guys are coming on this ship, without a doubt, you have to go see Revolution. You have to go see Rumors, and you have to see Elements. It make it the everything else you do center around those three things. And I just don't say those things lightly.
These shows, they have been absolutely amazing. The band in Sid Norman's is fantastic.
Yeah,
just really, really good.
There's a couple atmospheric people that are a little lame, but the bigger entertainment is just like, wow, truly wow.
Yeah.
And I never say that.
No.
I mean, even on Royal with some of their shows, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of them are fantastic, but some, and I think about some of the stuff that I've seen, on some of the Carnival ships we've gone on. I'm like, wow, they've been left in way in the back. It's crazy.
So I didn't specifically see the white party in here. I just kind of skimming through and halfway listening and halfway skimming. So I'll pay attention, and if it goes on, I'll do my best to get a shot of it.
She also wants to know, or Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Latin night and an 80s night on the cruise?
Yes, and yes. Let's see. The first night, I don't believe we had a themed. Oh, that's day 8. No wonder. I'm looking at them in
That's tomorrow.
reverse. Yeah, that's. Let's see. That
She'll
was
look that up.
today. There wasn't a specific party the first night other than the welcome party.
While you're just looking, figure that out. So
Okay.
this theater, it doesn't have the largest seating capacity of theaters that we've seen on ships this size, and it's because of its design. Yeah, we're still here.
The second night was the 80s party.
Are you not hearing us?
Oh.
Hey, all, you're still here? Oh no, Irene came back. Remember, she had to leave and come back. Yes, we're still here.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Yes, we're still here. So the theater is a convertible type space, and so it is 3 decks: deck 6, 7, and 8. The chairs on 7 and 8 are always there. The chairs on deck 6, they're the accordion style. The best description is, think back in high school with the bleachers that they used to push back or then pull out. That's kind of what they are. They're not pushing them though. They're all hydraulic. So for Revolution, those seats are barely out, only for a few rows, and it's standing room only down on the floor. And so they really want that concert environment. For Roomers, the chairs were all the way out, all the way right up to the front of the stage. Here, they were about 2/3 out for Elements, because there was some extensions of the stage that were built. However, they put folding chairs everywhere else.
Yes.
So it was seating for that. But the whole theater is what I'm sort of going to call interactive.
Yes.
It's there's LED lights everywhere, and the chandeliers move and morph, and
they raise up and down, and they expand and collapse. And
we've tried to get video, but there was a woman standing behind me tonight waiting for me to lift my camera. And I did. I lifted it. I was only going to get 5 seconds. For anybody that watches our highlights, I do the quick little 5-second pan. Just wanted 5-second pan. I put it up. I went like this. I started it. I got about right here, and she taps me on the shoulder. Sir, there's no videoing of this. I'm like, they were literally standing
right behind him.
They had people stationed around harassing people for getting. I'm like, oh yeah. So I've been trying to get you some views of the tech, if you will, of this theater and how amazing the theater it is as a whole, and how it interacts with the show.
It's amazing how much they are able to morph this theater, and
yeah.
it really is the effects that they have, without a doubt.
The tech has been fantastic.
It really has.
Irene says to Olga, by the way, hope you guys have a great time on your cruise.
Okay, so again, the the second night was the 80s party. Night 3 was a crazy, sexy, cool 90s party.
Where are these parties being held at?
This one, night day 4 is the 50s and 60s party, and it is in
Sid Norman's.
Norman's. Yes.
Okay.
Sid Norman's. Then this night, I didn't really see a party on this night.
Yeah, Chris, absolutely amazing. I have not said that word 3 times in a row on a single cruise ship in years. To have all of them be home runs, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm
fantastic.
Truly blown away.
Fantastic. Oh, and Chris, we had if you pan back a little bit,
scroll back in the video.
Thank you. Yeah, we answered your question about the chef. He is from
Greece.
You
don't have to scroll back. He's from Greece.
Yeah, that was an easy one. I'm still looking to see. I don't see any specific party on that day. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through and I'll try and list all of the parties that they have in the days.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow's going to be a really special day. It's another sea day. Guess what?
And then the glow party tonight. Yeah.
The glow party, yeah.
Yeah, that was today.
I think it's snack time. I think it's time to eat these jumbo cookies. I've been watched Teppanyaki for 45 minutes. Now I want some snacks. So everybody grab your snacks. Grab your snacks. I'm going to grab mine in just a second. It's a little snack time music. Oop, that's not the snack time music. This is
not snack time music.
Try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. My hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, oh. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light. Morning like I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me.
Oh, snack time. All right, everybody, we want to know what you had for snack. Leave it in the chat. Oh, yes.
You know what we had.
Oh, let's back it up.
Those
Macrina,
big cookies.
loving the cookies. Those are just as good as Costco cookies.
Yeah, they're really good.
Our favorite chocolate chip cookies are from Costco. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody, right now, thumbs up. Subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. There's 28 of you and only 21 thumbs up. Do it. Thank you, if you choose to do it.
Yes, thank you.
Mike Anderson wants to know, the snacks are plated. Have you absconded with them from the buffet, or are they from room service? In this case, actually, neither.
These were from the observation lounge.
Lunchtime.
Yeah,
no. Pre-afternoon snack, sort of, like tea time.
It was the light snacks time.
Because we picked them up around 4:30, 5 o'clock or something like that.
5 o'clock.
Was it 5 o'clock?
Oh,
Yeah, just
it
before
was
dinner.
like probably 5:05. I literally swooped in and grabbed them as they were taking them away.
There are plates up in the observation lounge because they do serve breakfast up there, which it's just continental. They do have a little lunch stuff up there, which is just like little things, sandwiches. It's not the big hot food. And they have a tea time snack.
Yes.
And that's where they came from.
Yes.
So we took one of the plates and just we grabbed a half a dozen cookies.
They were taking them away.
Yeah.
And they're good.
Because the last cookies they had up there, they were like that
this
big.
big.
And they were not good.
No.
They were not good at all.
No. So I saw those and grabbed them and ran.
So, Mike, when you come on the Aqua, tea time at the observation lounge, those cookies.
Yeah.
If they're this tiny, don't bother. If they're that big, grab them all. Chris says, you're more than welcome to compare NCL Aqua to Disney's Treasure with me. Mona is supposed to be the best Disney has put out thus far. Moana. Did I say Mona?
You said Mona.
Mona? Mm-hmm. Mona. Moana. I just watched Moana too with Blake. Sure. Here's my email, Chris. Send us the tickets. We'll go with you. I'll go. I would venture to say, spending 5 years at Disney, I would have to say probably Disney shows are always impeccable. I mean, there's not been a Disney show I've ever seen ever anywhere, cruise ship, land, anywhere that has not been fantastic.
I would agree.
It's what Disney does.
It is.
They do fantastic shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine the shows on the ship are fantastic. Producer's like, I'm having water. I know. I had some of the cookie for you. I had an extra 2 bites just for you. But guess what? We've got 6 more cookies. So tomorrow we'll have a cookie again. as long as I haven't eaten them all yet.
He is the cookie monster.
Oh, see, it's a cookie. That's good enough for me. Except there are no crumbs flying everywhere because I just suck them all up as they go by me. Macrina's like, my first snack in a week. I had a chocolate chip cookie too. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Irene, thumbs up. Elaine, Tuesday, she had shrimp.
Thank you.
Shrimps.
Ooh.
Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever just did that.
Yeah.
Shame on you. I don't know who that's for. Me?
Yeah. Probably.
Cake and pie too. Eh.
We're talking about
we're
the observation
still talking
lounge.
about the observation lounge.
They have cake, like a pineapple upside down cake. They've had pear cake. Nothing that is like super sweet. It's more.
It's a
fruity.
Mike.
Based.
It's a really small area.
It is very small.
If you go back and you watch, well, I guess yesterday's video at the beginning, we do deck 17, the beginning of the show, but we also start in the observation lounge, and you'll see as we walk by it, it takes us like 2 seconds to walk the entire length of space that the food is at.
Yeah.
There's not a lot there. But it's just supposed to be a snack.
It is. It's supposed to be a light snack. Yeah. But they also for tea time they have scones. They have little sandwiches. And that changes daily.
Yeah. I would somewhat agree. Like their Aqua shows. Chris is saying that even Royal shows take second fiddle to Disney shows. Disney really doesn't do like the water shows like that are in the Aqua Theater.
No.
And in our opinion, not even all of the Aqua shows that Royal does are the
good.
same.
Yeah.
The one that we saw in the Symphony was absolutely blew us away fantastic. The one we saw on the Utopia, I mean, it was good, but it just wasn't nearly as good as the one on the Symphony.
No, it was the other way around. The one on the Symphony we thought was good until we saw the one on the Utopia, and then we were like, "Holy cow!"
I don't think so.
Yeah, the one on Symphony I felt was boring.
There was one on the Anthem too.
Was there an Aqua show on the Anthem?
No,
no,
I don't
there
remember.
wasn't an Aqua show on the Anthem.
I thought we had 3 that we were comparing it to.
No,
oh, you know what?
2.
I've been watching some on YouTube.
See, that's what it is.
That's what it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all messed up.
Yeah.
No, the Symphony. We enjoyed the Aqua show, but the one on the Utopia. Oh my goodness, that was so much better. So much better. Now he's going to have to go back and watch the videos.
I have the videos of them both.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. You know why? Because the one in the Symphony was done to popular music. The one in the Utopia was not.
You've got it flip-flopped.
Do I have it flip-flopped?
You have it flip-flopped.
Okay. If I have it flip-flopped, then we like the one in the Utopia better than the Symphony.
You totally have it flip-flopped. The one on Symphony, they were doing the drums, and they did a little bit of that on Utopia, but it just went on way too long on Symphony.
Okay. All right. Listen to her.
Yeah. Utopia's better.
Numbers, listen to me. Other stuff, listen to her. Thank you, Robert. You'll have ice cream for tomorrow's snack. Awesome.
Yay.
Okay, yep, there you go. Cookies. Awesome. Everybody has a cookie. Mocha says, so far, what's your opinion about being bored on all sea travel experience, transatlantic, basically? I heard for newcomers, this kind of trip is tough and boring if you're not trying to spend extra time. Mocha, we're going to give our full wrap up, but generally, I say this for people. If you've never been on a cruise before, you absolutely do not want to start your cruising career on a transatlantic or trans-Pacific or anything that is not going to see land for 5, 6, 7 days, 5 or whatever.
Especially an inaugural.
And an inaugural on top of that.
Yeah.
It can be boring. And I would also say somewhat by design, but not 100%. In this case, because of the time of year, inclement weather, this has been a different kind of transatlantic crossing. This is our fourth transatlantic. And this has been what I would classify as the hardest transatlantic that we've done. So if it's a new person that's never cruised before, they're probably not going to leave this ship with good things to say.
Yeah, transatlantics, they're tough as it is because the weather conditions always seem to be not favorable. This one has been brutal because that storm that they tried to dodge. And thank God they tried to dodge it, because otherwise I can't even imagine how bad windy it would have been. We had 62 knots winds that we specifically saw.
Clocked on
the television, but you run into things like fog, and you have the cold weather, and it's transatlantics are just tough to begin with.
But for those who have cruised a lot, like we've been very open, and there's a lot of people in here that I'm sure are commenting. We absolutely love sea days.
We do.
We enjoy the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Mostly because we don't have to do anything. We can go to a show, or we can go do a scavenger hunt, or we could go do trivia, or we could go learn how to basket weave, or we could play bingo, or we could do absolutely nothing.
And take a nap.
And so that's what we enjoy. There's a little bit more variety of things. When you're on a cruise that is in a port every single day, I promise you're going to leave that vacation. Again, you'll have had an amazing time, but you'll leave that vacation exhausted, much more so than when you got there, because it's just go, 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 go. There's no decompression time. In fact, I'm only slightly worried about our Alaska cruise next year, because it's 14 days, and I think we're in like 12 ports.
We are, but that's exactly why we've already videoed the ship. So we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
All we have to worry about is what we want to do in Alaska.
Right. But even still, you're off the ship. You're taking, for us, going to take video of the excursions. Boom, editing.
And we're
the
still
next
going
day.
to do our show.
Then the next day. So, but on a normal cruise, if it's a 7-day cruise, you're going to go to 3 or 4 different places and have 2 or 3 sea days, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a great blend of sea days versus ports.
It is.
Where you can get off, stretch your legs, look at the local this or do that, or go snorkeling or boating or sky, whatever it is.
Yes.
And so for someone new on nothing but sea days for 10 days, they're probably not gonna,
not gonna want to cruise again.
No.
Yeah.
So.
But like Robert said, once you've been on the cruise ship and done several cruises, for us, we don't mind it.
We've heard
at all.
Several people who are, I would call them seasoned cruisers, who are miserable right now.
Yeah.
They're like, we can't wait to get off the ship. And us, we're like, can we go around again?
I know.
I mean, it's great.
I'm sad it's gonna end.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have spoken with some people, and they're like, 5 days, maybe 7 tops, but 10, that's a lot. But for us, it's great.
For me, and I won't speak for Lisa, I'll let her do that on her own. But for me, this has been so relaxing. It has felt like we've been here a month. To me, it felt like we've been here way longer than we have. And that's just because it's been so relaxing. So I don't know about how it's felt to her, but I felt I have been on the ship a long time.
For me, I don't feel like I've been on the ship a long time. I feel like I am just right now relaxed. It took me several days with the time change. I wasn't sleeping well prior to flying over. I didn't sleep on the plane, and it took me several days to get caught up on my sleep. So I feel now like I'm relaxed.
None of that I just was normal for me.
Yeah, no, yeah. You were asking about how much we sleep. I'm an 8-hour a night kind of a person. If I don't get my 8 hours, I'm a cranky mess.
Sleep? Who sleeps?
Yeah, he doesn't sleep.
I'm a robot. Just, plug me into charge for an hour and I'm good to go. Chris says, on the Oasis, it has the best. It's 80 theme, would blow you away with all the music we grew up. Yep. Oddly enough, Oasis we haven't been on the Oasis yet. So.
No.
Patricia's like, I prefer sea days myself too. No, yeah. Robert, you need a cookie ice cream sandwich. Ooh, best.
Oh. I actually made some of those for one of our daughter's parties. she had a bunch of kids coming over, and we just baked a bunch of cookies and slapped a scoop of ice cream in there and froze them so they were nice and solid. And they had ice cream, sandwich cookies. Very good.
Chris is telling us that you're going to have to let him know how the Back to the Future on the Star is. We'll let you know, of course.
Yeah.
We can tell you everything.
Should I take a note on that, or we'll remember that?
We'll
remember. Yeah.
I love sea days. The only thing that sucks about that is the Star. The Star is going to already be in the United States, so we're not. The timing thing sucks.
It does.
It's the only thing that we really hate about the Caribbean cruises now these days or anything that's sailing off the East Coast is we're always trying to broadcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you throw a dinner and trying to get in a show and then trying to get a show ready. It's problematic. So we haven't seen a lot of shows recently.
No, and we actually kind of like being able to stream on the Transatlantics because we have that time change.
Yeah.
So even though it's like taking a couple of naps, not getting a full night, but we're able to see the shows that a lot of times in the Caribbean we do have to miss.
Irene's like 12 ports. I can't remember exactly how many. It's
10. I know there's a minimum of 10.
It's on the Holland New Amsterdam. Next year in May, every year, because I've been watching it for a few years, every year they do this itinerary one time. It is a 14-day cruise. It's up and then turns around and comes back. But it's not like up and back like some of them. Some of them will start in Seattle, end in, Ketchikan or whatever, and then do 7 days back, hitting all the same spots, right? It's an up and a back. This is 14 unique days, not seeing anything twice. So I don't remember how many. I just know there is something every single day on that cruise. I think
this one goes all the way up to Dutch Harbor. Yeah, we're excited.
Anyway, I've never been bored on an Oasis class ship. Just saying, but I'm a little older. Older than us? Man, we're like ancient, dude. It's like I'm gonna have to start coloring this. We are bored by choice. You don't have to be bored. Like I said, you can go to the basket weaving and this talk about this or sit down with the crew and ask questions or auctions or scavenger hunts. I mean, there's a ton of things to do. You don't have to be bored. That's a choice. We enjoy, like today. Today was like, you know what? We're not going to do anything today. We're going to just be bored. And we did. We just relaxed, decompressed a little bit. I did do some editing things, but it was more like pre-prepping to get some editing done. So that was relaxing for us today. So, but that's a choice. And that's a choice for any ship that you go on a sea day. You can run yourself ragged from 6 a.m. Until 1 a.m. on a lot of ships. Or you can go slower and take it easy and just do a few little things. Hang on.
So Chris, did you get to see our upper deck video with all of the outdoor activities and things that they have on the ship? It's pretty cool.
Yep, that was from yesterday. Thank you for the thumbs up.
I'm sorry, you guys. My throat is tickling, and thank you for the thumbs up.
You better not miss Back to the Future. We're gonna try to get all of them in. We really are. It's timing. It's just timing. So we'll do our best. That's what we always do. Kevin wants to know what you think of the staff and who is your favorite staff person.
The staff has been wonderful.
Yeah.
All of the wait staff in all of the restaurants, they have gone above and beyond. Many of them have. I think Justine has probably got to be our favorite. Robert asked if she knew what a banana split was, and she described it to him, and he says yes. And he says, "Can you make me one?" And she says, "I'll see what I can do." Sure enough, she made him a banana split. It's not even on the menu. And thank you for the thumbs up.
And she remembered. Not just that, but
Thank you.
Every day she sees me. It's like, hey, banana split, dude.
Yeah, every day, every time she sees us.
Well, hey, Justine, server girl. But we've not been ever put back at our table again.
No, we haven't.
So-
We've been at everybody else's table but hers, but she still sees us and says, hey, banana split.
In the end, overall, I honestly would probably go 70-30. Right? I mean, we've got a room steward who we've technically never been introduced to.
That's true.
We're pretty sure we know who he is, but he's never said hi. My name is, between what is on the ship and what max capacity could be. Okay? All right. Now that I've said that, are you guys all back? Let me know when you're back, because I don't want to go through all this to do it again.
Did we drop out? Oh, man.
Well, Chris heard that. Then Mike says buffering. Must be that. Yeah. Hour and 34 minutes tonight. Mm-hmm. Are we back with you? What is the last thing everybody heard? So I don't repeat myself. I want to make sure I get this. Everybody good? We good? We good? We heard yes. Yes. Hello. We're back. Okay. All right. So what I was talking about is right now on the ship is 3571. Max capacity, which every berth is filled on the ship, is 4468. Okay. So it's about 900 difference. But for simple numbers, we're going to run that up to 1,000. There's 1,000 people difference between completely full and what we have right now. So we've seen comments and heard people talking about, all the people that didn't get on the ship, and it's a mess, and it's it's a catastrophe. I cannot believe how much crap that I've heard about what this particular cruise was, and mostly from people who aren't even on the damn ship. Okay, and so I said, Lisa, do me a favor, go down to customer service and ask how many people decided to cancel. The number given to her today was 2,700 people decided to cancel. Okay. Impossible. Mm-hmm. We have 3,500 people on board, which is 900 shy of full capacity. So it's impossible that 2,700 people canceled. It's impossible. And we already know from just days before the cruise and stuff, this cruise was never fully sold out anyway. So it wasn't half the people decided not to get on the ship. It was not. I would probably say maybe 200. So
that probably sounds fair to me too.
The point that I think I'm getting back at with the crew, there's no consistency yet.
Yeah.
And that also happens with a brand new ship and a brand new crew because they're not quite there yet. But some of the things that were standouts, if you remember, on day 2, we had a medical emergency. Mm-hmm. And these guys, flawless crew. Wow.
Yes.
So they did it flawlessly. Mm-hmm. And that is a lot of coordination.
It is.
To have a helicopter fly up to the ship and pull somebody off.
That is a ton of people.
It is just not that easy. And it is hard to really explain all of it. But first things first is they have to secure the area where that is going to happen. On this ship, it's deck 17, middle of the ship, where the pool is. And that means that every potential entrance to that area of the ship, and some others, have to be blocked off in a way that's polite and keep people away. For safety reasons, as well as for people who are, let's just say, unscrupulous and want video of a poor patient. Okay, if you notice, we did put out a video about that, and I've videoed before where, like when we were on the Divina, we had this happen, and I had a clear shot of this poor person they were pulling away in the basket, and I specifically turned the camera off during that. This is not about that. This is about the heroic efforts that not just the helicopter and coast guards, if you will, of the world, but also the crew. But anyway, back to this ship. So there's just a massive undertaking. And then you've got the fire crews that have to lay out all their lines in case of a spark from the rotors clips off a fire. They drain the pool. They have to net the pool. I mean, all this has to happen in like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And they did it fantastic. So where sometimes we have some inconsistencies, a moment like that, they were flawless.
Yeah.
Right? I was, if you were proud of them, not that I have anything to do with them, but that was a really amazing thing that they did. So, yeah. So for me, I'd go 70-30. And hopefully by the time you all get there, it's more 90-10, right? But yeah. So in all, it's been sort of that mixed bag for me to begin with everything. And we'll give a full review at the end of this anyway. We don't want to get too far ahead. Everybody says, we're back, we're back, we're back.
Yay.
You spoke about your cabin steward. Yeah, we spoke about him the other day. It just, or the lack of knowing who our cabin steward is.
I think she's saying that's the last thing that she heard.
Oh, you spoke
had
about
asked.
your cabin steward. Yeah,
that was the last thing she heard.
So, yeah. So we're gonna go back downstairs again tomorrow and ask and see if we can get another number, because it's not 2,700.
No.
And if it is 2,700, that means the 44 whatever is wrong.
Or the 3571.
Yeah, 3571.
One of those two are wrong.
Yeah.
If it's truly 2,700.
But based upon how freaking crowded and how many lines there are and this, that, or whatever, I'm comfortable with that 3,600.
I am as well.
I feel that's correct.
I do too.
Or at least correct enough.
Yeah.
But the 27, you know what? You need to go back to the guy that gave you all those first numbers.
True.
Find him. Because he seems to have his crap together.
He does, but he wasn't there tonight. Yeah.
Got to go to him during the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's see. We haven't talked about the group cruise yet, have we? I mean, we talked about the group cruise, but
we haven't played the teaser though.
No.
Yeah.
Group cruise right there. 217 days. Who wants to go on a group cruise?
Me.
Or cruise in general. We know you want to go on a cruise in general, but we are putting on our very first group cruise. We've never had one before. We've never done one before. I've produced others group cruises, but this is ours. And so we want you to come with us on our group cruise. Here's some information.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets.
Parties.
Pineapples.
Ducks. And of course, the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. All right, if that email went by too fast, there it is, tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. Just some housekeeping notes when it comes to the group cruise. We are not travel agents, so we did not put this group cruise together to make money off you guys booking in the group cruise. We're not travel agents, but we have a travel agent that we've worked with forever who is doing all the booking for us. So if you send us an email, Tall Man's Cruise Adventures, just title it, I want to go on a group cruise or something like that, whatever. We will forward you back Kathy's information, and then you can go ahead and book into the group cruise. You must book into the group cruise to attend the group events. Okay. And there are going to be events. Right. So, so there's that. All right. Looking forward to meeting all of you, of course, that we've spoke to, Macrinas and the Bevs and the Patricias and the Dannys, right. And Chris, come on, Chris. But I know there's a lot of it. We have a lot of new friends now that we've met here during our time here. being live on the ship and leading up to the ship. We have a lot of new subscribers, so thank you all. We appreciate you, each and every one of you.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
That cruise is an 8-day cruise, as you saw on the Carnival Horizon. It is going to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So a couple days at sea, 3 port days, a couple days at sea, and then back to Miami. Okay, so out of Miami, Florida. So yeah, come and join us there. So we may actually end up with a special broadcast tomorrow. I'm working on some things, so we may have a special broadcast tomorrow. So don't miss tomorrow night's show. We may have some fun. We have fun every show.
We always have fun.
So tomorrow might be a special broadcast. All right, I can't think of anything else. We'll give you just guys a couple more minutes who are with us. If you have any other questions, please ask them there in the chat. Again, if you're watching the replay and you've made it this far, God bless you. Thank you so much. Leave your comments below if you're watching the replay. We answer all of the questions, but we'll bring you the answers tomorrow. All right, in tomorrow night's show, the best that we can. All right. Some things we can't. We've had some people like, can you go look at this particular cabin? That is impossible.
Yeah.
It's hard enough just to get a range of cabins. Never mind this specific number. But we do our best. So, but outside of, can you go see this one cabin for me?
And especially now at this point, because there's people inside the cabins.
Correct.
When we're first boarding the ship, we try and get on before the cabins are filled, and that's how we get our cabins.
Yes. Yes.
So once the ship is moving and everybody's on board.
Actually, usually even by 1:00 on embarkation day.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
We have a very, very tight window.
Yes, we do.
To try to see as many cabins as we can to get you guys some views of these things.
Yeah.
But we do our best.
We do.
And if we can't get them, we even, as long as time allows, we try to get them as we're leaving the ship. Mm-hmm. They're typically a little bit more messy.
Yes.
But we do try our best to get some more. But anyway, leave your questions and we'll do our best to answer all of them. Okay? Irene's like, I'll have to convince hubby on your next group cruise. Yep. For those who want to know, the next one, it's going to be the same time of year. It'll be in November. It'll be before Thanksgiving, but it'll be 2026. We don't know where. We don't know what cruise line, but it's going to be in November. So everybody do not plan for anything in November. It's going to be a group cruise. We want to have 100 of you with us. Okay. We want big showing, right? Daddy likes a big crowd. I want a big crowd. Big crowd. Big crowd. Big crowd. Yeah, no, the bigger the better, truthfully, right? Yeah. And especially since we're going to put on a production for you guys. At least we're going to try. You all know how we try. I haven't hit any wrong buttons today. That's at least a start. Excuse me. All right, everybody. All right, so no other questions have come in. So I guess it's about that time we say goodnight.
Yeah.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. TMC. I don't know. I'm going to have to think of a better song. Anyway, well, you all know the drill then, right? We don't have to go home, but we do have to get the out of here. Peace.